Hey, it's Deb. This is my first video recording of a yoga class, so we're going to see how it goes. Come into either seated with your eyes closed or find child's pose. And just start to settle. Notice feelings, sensation. Maybe check in with what you need from your practice today, if that's clear. I'm going to read to you a quote, a poem by Danielle Dobie. Each day, I am learning to keep leaning into the broken crack of my chest, because it's here in this space of expanding, I will keep making room for the adventure. Each day I am learning to keep leaning into the broken crack of my chest, because it's here in this space of expanding, I will keep making room for the adventure. So I really invite you into this in your practice, to open your heart, open your chest, brush away any layers or protective gear that is covering your heart, to come a little bit closer to your heart space today. All right, I'm going to go to my mat and I will turn on a playlist and we will begin to move. You can find downward facing dog. Out. You can pedal your dog, bending one knee, maybe the other. You can go slowly or you can go a little faster. You can also lift both heels high, bend your knees deeply, pressing your chest towards your thighs. And then straighten your legs, release your heels. Shift forward to high plank. Hold it here. You can play here a little bit with leaning your shoulders in front of your wrist and then rocking back, pressing your heels towards the earth, finding a nice calf stretch here. You can inhale forward and exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Come back to shoulders over wrists and then press back to downward facing dog. Inhale, make your way to the top of your mat. You can step or hop. Halfway lift as you arrive, find a flat back, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach up. Take your right hand, clasp it around your left wrist, and move into a side bend. Breathing into your left rib, your left waist. You can keep both feet grounded, or you can lean weight into your left foot, maybe lifting up your right, working balance. Switch sides, come into center, bend your elbows and knees. Reach up, switching your grip, and then move into your side bend on the other side. Come back to center. Inhale, reach up, stretch tall. Exhale, fold to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop back. Side plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Lower all the way to your mat. Untouch your toes. Finger stand cobra. Bring your fingertips off of your mat. Inhale, press up. Exhale, lower your right shoulder to your mat. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, left shoulder. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, right shoulder. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, left shoulder. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release center. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes, knees up or down, high plank, downward facing dog. You can lift cutters, side, anytime you need. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, make your way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift as you arrive. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach up, side bend, right hand around left wrist, lean, hips left, arms right. Inhale, center, switch sides, arms left, hips right. Inhale, rise and reach up. Exhale, fold to your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, low push up on your exhale. Inhale, take cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Couple breaths here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, make your way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift as you arrive. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, side bend, arms right, hips left. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend, other side. Inhale, center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold to your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, low push-up on your exhale. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, make your way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift as you arrive. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise and reach up. Side bend on your exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold to your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga on your exhale. Cobra up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog on your exhale. You got a few moments in your down dog. On your inhale, look forward. Exhale, make your way to the top of your mat. One more sunny. Inhale, lift. Halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Rise and reach up. Side bend, exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend, other side. Inhale, center. Reach. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, low push-up, exhale. Cobra, up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Three-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, knee to your right upper arm. Three-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, knee to your left upper arm. Three-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, bring your right foot to your right hand. Back knee comes down, low lunge. For a thigh stretch, bring your right hand to your right thigh, bending your back leg, reach around, left hand, grab left ankle. If you'd like, you can reach your right arm up to the sky or reach it for your back ankle. Release your back toes, tuck them under, low lunge into high lunge. Bring your hands to prayer in front of your chest. Inhale, tip your torso forward. Exhale, bring your left elbow outside your right thigh for a lunge twist. You can press your hands into prayer. You can spread wings, bind, arm balance. You can bring your back knee down. Move at your body's pace, don't rush it. Use your inhale to find length in your spine. Exhale to find depth in your twist. And then you repeat, inhale length. Exhale depth. Take a full cycle of breath here. Inhale. Stay, exhale. On your inhale, unwind. Plant your hands. Step your right foot back and up into three-legged dog. Stack your hips. You can keep your legs straight or bend it. If it feels good to lift to your right fingertips, you can. Release to downward facing dog. You can hold it here or you can cycle through a vinyasa. Inhale, forward high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, repeat, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your left foot to your left hand. Bring your back knee down, low lunge. Inhale, reach your arms up. Bring your left hand to your left thigh, reaching back with your right hand. Lift your back ankle and grab your back foot. Thigh stretch. Use your breath to settle into that space in your heart, to settle into your knowing, to find a bit more space. Release your back toes, tuck them under. Arms reach up, high lunge. Bring your hands to prayer in front of your chest. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist over to the left. Right elbow to outer left thigh. You can bring your back knee down. You can spread your wings. Bind, arm balance. Take a variation, I don't know. Go for it. Whole cycle of breath. Inhale. Stay. Exhale. Inhale. Unwind. Plant your hands. Left leg back and up into three-legged dog. Stack your hips. And your choice. Find some opening. Find some freedom here. When you're ready for down dog, make your way there. You can be still here, or if you'd like a vinyasa, take a vinyasa. From downward facing dog, inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot to your right hand. On an inhale, rise up for high lunge. Take an inhale upright. Exhale, bow your chest to your thigh. Sweep your arms behind you. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise. On your exhale, press into warrior three. Lift your back leg. Any arm variation is welcome. Flex your left toes, point them to the earth. You can have a slight bend in your right knee. Lift your shoulder blades onto your back. On your next inhale, rise to stand. Bring your left knee with you. Take an inhale. Exhale, left foot to your mat. Actually, bring them to touch. Bring your feet to touch. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold to your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. On your exhale, crow pose. Plant your hands shoulder distance. You lift your heels high. Start bending your knees and elbows. So your triceps are facing, they're parallel, facing forward and back, and then your shins cross your forearms at an angle. So your forearms are like a ledge, and then you breathe. If you prefer a Malasana squat instead of crow pose, you're welcome to take that instead. Take an inhale. On your exhale, you can play with shooting back to chaturanga. Inhale in your up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. You've got a few breaths here. From down dog, inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot to your left hand. On your inhale, rise for high lunge. Inhale in your high lunge. Exhale, bow chest to thigh, sweep arms back. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Exhale, bow. Repeat. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bow. One more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise. This time, warrior three. Press off your back leg. Reach. Almost as though there is a wall behind you, pressing your right heel into the wall behind you, engaging your right quad, lifting shoulder blades onto your back, reaching the top of your head forward. On your next inhale, rise to stand, bring your right knee with you, hands to prayer. Exhale, right foot plant down beside your left, feet touching. Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold to your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Either Malasana second set or crow pose second set. You can also change it up. So if you're working your crow pose here, you can play with lifting one knee to center and then placing your chin back on your tricep. You can also play with reaching one leg out behind you. When you're ready, meet in downward facing dog. When you get back to down dog, this is your check-in point. Come back to your reasons for practicing, for showing up today. Work on clarity. Work on brushing any dirt or mud covering your heart space, covering your clarity. All right, from down dog. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Spin your back heel down, parallel to the short edge of your mat for warrior two. Inhale, rise up. Gaze over your right hand. Unsettle. Find your breath, your steady ujjayi, and find some ease in the effort. For extended side angle, reach your right arm forward. Forearm can come to thigh, palm face up. You can sweep your left arm beside your ear. If you have alternative variations, always bring them in. If you've got your forearm on your thigh, notice if you're sinking your shoulder towards your ear, press down to find length. Release into lizard pose. Lift up your back heel. Walk your feet out until they're hip distance. I like to lift my hips high and bow my chest low, bringing my right hand behind my ankle, maybe tenting my fingertips off my mat. But if you have other preferred hip stretches, by all means. Stay focused on breath with a willingness to lean in to sensation, a willingness to feel emotion that shows up. You can either hold this hip stretch longer if you'd like to take Kundanyasana B. Plant your hands shoulder distance. Your back knee needs to be lifted. Glue your right arm, your right inner thigh to your right upper arm, and then lift your right leg off of the earth. You can have it straight or bent, your choice. And then you chaturanga, bend your elbows. Notice how I place my left elbow underneath my ribs. That gives me extra support. And then from there, you shift forward so that your back leg lifts. You can step back. Haven't done that in a while. Hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, Downward facing dog. You've got a few breaths here. Then downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Spin your back heel down parallel to the short edge of your mat, and inhale for warrior two. Notice where you start to resist, where you start to hold on. And instead, can you think about breaking open? For extended side angle, reach your left arm forward, left forearm to thigh, right arm deep beside your ear. Smooth and steady breath. Take an inhale. Exhale, release your hands inside your left foot. Feet are hip distance. Move into your hip stretch. Release your hands inside your left foot. If you'd like to take your Kundanyasana arm balance, back knee is lifted, left upper thigh to left upper arm. You start bending your elbows, Kundanyasana B. If you know how to do this arm balance, work stamina. Hold it a few extra breaths. Release on your time. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Using this time to recalibrate, maybe shake out your head. From downward facing dog, inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Second set of warrior two, back heel down. Inhale to windmill up. Look to the earth in front of your right foot. We're going to press into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. So press off your back leg, find balance on your right foot, and then you start to play with lowering your right fingertips towards the earth. Flex your left foot, reach your left arm up, and reach your head forward. Your right hand can touch the earth or not. If you would like to bring this into a thigh stretch, you can keep your right hand floating. I like to bring my foot down. Then you bend your top leg, left hand to the outside edge of your left foot, and then you press back behind you. Your legs will want to push up. It's easier, but it's a different stretch when you press back. All right, release your bind. Step back to Exalted Warrior 2. Left foot step all the way back. Bend into your right knee, right arm straight up and back. Left hand can touch your left leg, or you can reach for the front of your right hip. Take an inhale. Exhale, windmill your hands to your mat. Step your right foot back and up into three-legged dog. Stack your hips. We're gonna flip it if you'd like. You can bring your left hand out to a bit of an angle. Release your left heel to your mat. Maybe your right foot comes down. Maybe you play with balancing. It depends if you want to put your foot down and stretch into it, or if you want to play with something else. To come back, I like to play with this. So I've got my left foot planted, my left toes facing the back corner of my mat, my chest and my hips facing the ceiling, and I like bending my right knee into my chest, maybe up to the sky, and then play with coming back to down dog from there. If you need a beat, you can hold it in down dog or take child's pose, or if you'd like a vinyasa, take a vinyasa. From down dog, inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands, spin your back heel down, warrior 2. Inhale to rise. Or half moon pose. Look to the earth in front of your left foot. Make sure your left foot is facing straight ahead. Press off your back leg and reach. Play, flow to the earth. If you would like Shavasana, left fingertips come down, bend your top leg, and then you reach. Right hand for right foot, and whoa, press it back. For Exalted Warrior 2, you're going to release your foot. Step your right foot all the way back. Bend deeply into your left knee. Make sure it's tracking over your second toe. It wants to tip over to the right. And then find a nice side bend here. Take an inhale. Exhale, windmill your hands to your mat. Step your left leg back and up into Three-legged dog. You can circle it, hold it here. Find a nice stretch. So if you'd like to flip it, flip your dog, right hand out to a bit of an angle. Release your right heel down, left foot maybe touches down off of your mat. And if you're playing with that chest and hip, torso facing up variation, your whole right foot needs to be planted on your mat. And then you begin lifting your left knee into your chest, maybe straightening your left leg. If you've got open hamstrings, you can take like a Vashisthasana variation. We'll meet in downward facing dog. If you'd like to move, move. If you need to hold steady, hold steady. From downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot to your right hand. Come into a lunge, so your fingertips are on your mat. Bring your right thigh parallel to your mat and engage your left quad. Pull your chest through, so you're in an active back bend here. Think cobra chest. Inhale here. Exhale, start to straighten your right leg, maybe lift your right toes, maybe bend your back knee. I want you to go for a hamstring stretch. Inhale into your lunge. Exhale, straighten your right leg. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, straighten your right leg. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, straighten. One more. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, straighten. Come into your lunge and then find standing split. Lift your left leg high. You can be on fingertips, palms. So you can keep your hips square, which they are now. My left toes are flexed, facing down. Or you can stack it and open it up a bit. Bow your chest to your right leg. You can bring one or both hands behind your ankle. I like to shake out my head here. All right. Release your hands, plant them in front of your right foot. If you've stacked your hips, square them. We're going to play with hopping our right foot to the back of our mat. So you use your straight left leg as a lever, and you hop your right foot back and forth. Eventually, you figure out how far to hop it back to land in chaturanga. Then you move into your up dog. Exhale, down dog. If you're still playing there, I'll give you a couple of breaths. All right, from down dog, inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot to your left hand. Come into your lunge with your fingertips on your mat. Left thigh working towards parallel to your mat. Right quads are engaged and we're pulling your chest through. This is an active pull. Inhale here. Exhale, start to straighten your left leg. Only straighten until you find a stretch. Inhale into your left knee. I'm quite flexible, so I can go pretty deep. I just want you to find a stretch. Inhale forward. Remember, you can always lift your left toes, maybe bend your back knee. Inhale forward. We'll do two more. Exhale, hips up and back. Inhale forward. Exhale, hips up and back. Come into your lunge, inhale. This time into standing split. Place your fingertips in front of your left foot. Lift your right leg up. So either hips square, or you can work to stack them. Release. Plant your hands in front of your left foot, palms planted. Square your hips if they came out. So you're gonna bend your left knee and your right leg is super straight. That's your lever. And you're gonna play with hopping your left foot forward and back, working to hop back into chaturanga. Then you inhale for up dog and exhale for down dog. You can shake out your head from down dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise and reach up. Exhale, hands to prayer in front of your chest. With your right foot planted, bring your right hand to your hip, lift your left leg. You can bring left hand to left knee, or you can take peace fingers, wrap them around your big toe, or my favorite is I like to grab the outside edge of my left foot. Wherever you go, notice how my left shoulder wants to pull forward. Pull left your shoulder blade onto your back. Then you can start to extend your left leg any amount. One variation that I like to take, if you've got quite open hamstrings, I like to bring one hand to either side of my foot. I find a deeper stretch that way. From here, you're gonna reach your left arm out behind you for a twist in Utthita here. Parvrita Utthita Parangasana. You can gaze forward, sideways, or back. Reach down with your standing leg and reach up, taller through the top of your head. All right, gaze forward, release into chair pose with your feet touching. Bring your hands to prayer in front of your chest. Take an inhale, exhale, twist right. Left elbow to outer right thigh. So you can keep hands in prayer. If you'd like to side crow at this point, you may want to try planting your hands. And then you lower your right hip towards your right elbow. It can touch down or not. And you lean forward enough for your feet lift. If you're in your chair twist, take a full cycle of breath. Inhale. Stay for your exhale. On your inhale, unwind, bring your feet hip distance. Exhale, fold. You can hold here for a few breaths, especially if this feels amazing. If you prefer to flow, inhale, take a halfway lift. On your exhale, you can take a crow pose, a handstand, chaturanga. Move into your up dog on your inhale. And on your down dog, or sorry, on your exhale, downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, look forward. Exhale, however you wish, make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise and reach up. Exhale, hands to prayer in front of your chest. Other side. Left hand to left hip, lean weight into your left foot. Either right hand to knee, peace fingers around your big toe, or you grab the outside edge of your foot. And if you wanted to try that variation, if you have quite a bit of opening in your hamstrings, your left hand crosses the outside edge of your right foot, and your right hand takes the inside edge of your right foot. And then from here too, even here, my shoulders want to pull forward. So I pull my shoulder blades onto my back. And then I be tall. Reach down with your left foot, up with your head, through your head. Let your breath open you up. Let it hold you steady. For Parvrita Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, you're going to start reaching your left hand either to the outside edge of your right foot or to your knee, and then your right arm reaches behind you. And then you gaze forward, sideways, or back. Bring your gaze and your right arm forward, and then you sit into your chair pose with your feet touching. Bring hands to prayer in front of your chest. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist left, right elbow, outside left thigh. So you can have hands in prayer. You can reach your right arm down. I like to bring my left hand to my low back. It helps me twist. If you wanted to take an arm balance, you could do side crow or Kundanyasana A. If you're still on your feet, or if you've come back to your feet, take an inhale, stay, exhale, inhale, unwind, bring your feet hip distance, inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold, inhale, rise up, reach up, exhale, fold to your mat, inhale, halfway lift, step back to high plank on your exhale. We're going to take a few scapular push-ups. So your elbows stay straight, they don't bend, and your hips don't move. You can have your knees up or down. Take an inhale, dome your upper back. Exhale, melt your heart between your arms. Inhale, press up. Exhale, melt. Inhale, press up. Exhale, melt. Two more. Inhale, press up. Exhale, melt. Inhale, press up. Exhale, melt. Press up, inhale. This time, bend your elbows, chaturanga, lower all the way to your mat. Roll over onto your back. Set up for bridge or wheel. So you plant your feet hip distance parallel. You can touch your heels with your fingertips. Rise up, press into your feet, lift your hips. You can roll your shoulders underneath you to clasp your hands. If you would like a wheel, from bridge, you plant the hands underneath your shoulders so your fingertips are facing your toes. Press to the top of your head, and then press your arms towards straight. You can stay up between sides. If you're coming down, take an inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down. Release your hips, bring your feet to the edges of your mat, knock your knees in. One hand to heart, one hand to belly. Next set. Plant your feet, lift your hips, clasp your hands. You can stay here if you'd like another variation. You can lift your right leg straight up to the sky, or you can stack your right ankle over top of your left thigh. If your right leg is lifted, you need to be very intentional about pressing your hips up. And you gotta be intentional about breath as well. To release, if your right ankle is over your left thigh, bring it to center, place it down, release your hands, inhale. Exhale, slowly lower, Supta Baddha Konasana. Feet touching, knees come wide, hand to chest and belly. One more. Plant your feet. As you're ready, rise up. You did something that was one-sided on the other side, do the other side here. Slowly come back to center and release. Windshield wiper your knees from side to side. All right, bring your legs over top of your hips. So your feet are pointing up, arms reach out, or you can cactus your arms, your choice. And then from there, bend your knees. So your hips are over top, or so your knees are over your hips and your shins are parallel to the earth. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower your knees over to the left to hover. Don't touch down, just go as far as you can. An active twist here. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. This time over, one more over to the right actually. And then this time come back to center. Knees come all the way over to the left and lower them down for a spinal twist. So you can work into eagle legs, or you can extend your left leg long towards the end of your mat. Any kind of spinal twist here. Stay here. I think there's a huge tendency near the end of class when we're slowing down and about to get back into our lives to start thinking. When you're ready for your twist on the other side, make your way there. So stay with breath. Stay with experience. Come back to center. Plant your feet. So we're going to do a hip stretch as our last stretch. You can do anything you'd like. So Agni Sambhasana, I don't even know all of the variations. Pigeon. I'm going to offer thread the needle. So stack your right ankle over top of your left thigh. Clasp your hands behind your left thigh. I like to, more recently, I like to straighten my left leg and grab my shin or ankle. It does change the stretch. So if you want to stay in the base, you can stay there. Don't rush out of your stretch. Stay until the time is right. When it is, you switch sides in your hip stretch, going slow enough to pay attention along the way, to know if you need something different or to move faster or slower. Same thing here. There's no rush to release. Last pose is yours. Anything that's centering, grounding, and neutral. I'll offer happy baby. You grab the outside edges of your feet. Your knees are bent towards your armpits or the floor. You can also straighten your legs so it's like straddle splits facing up. As you're ready, release into Shavasana. Do anything you need to make yourself comfortable so that you can really feel in your body. Think, imagine your skin and muscles falling away from your bones. Imagine your thoughts and your breath sinking into the earth with your body. Stay as long as you need. If you're ready to start coming back, begin to deepen your breath. Sending some movement into your body to wake it up. In your own time and your own way. Eventually, make your way to a seated position with your eyes closed. Bring your hands over your heart. Bow into your heart. Each day, I am learning to keep leaning into the broken crack of my chest because it's here, in this space of expanding, I will keep making room for the adventure. Thank you for practicing. I hope you have some beautiful moments today. Namaste.